And welcome back here. We've got quite a crowd assembled for this game. Some junior roller derby action here. Let's see who we have playing for us. I'm Trip Vicious. This is my co-announcer.
Pyrophilia.
Let's see who we have. For the Windy City Wipeouts from Lethbridge Roller Derby Guild, we have 017 Soda Pop, 14 Amy Gotcha, 222 Octane, 27 Cheshi, 278 Punch Buggy. Do you have to punch when you say that? I'm gonna do that. 33 Marvelicious, 54 Sour Patch. If you know these folks, cheer. 555 Bad Bats, 61 Shred Her, 616 Soul, 62 Kraken, 711 Lollichops. That's like 7-Eleven and you go to get lollipops. Am I getting that right? Yeah. 833 Jackrabbit and 9999 Short Halt.
Your Calgary Juniors, we have 1-1 Purple Venom, 111 Hex, 1-2 Crashity, 1-9 Violet Venom, 1967 Chevy Impaler, 1978 Grease Lightning, number 3 Ditzy Dynamo, 333 Green Venom, number 38 Havoc Harbinger, 44 Loch Ness Monster, 62 Powerline, 666 Pink Venom, number 9 Karma, and 913 Wheel Crusher. Wheel Crusher.
Yeah, you gotta get it right. It's a wheel. Let's hear it for our teams, Windy City Wipeouts and the Calgary Juniors. Just a few seconds left till the start of the game here. Don't forget that you can vote for your tournament MVP. So if you see a skater in this game, or in any of the previous games, or the future games, you can get online or QR codes located about the building, and you can vote for your own tournament MVP. That winner will be awarded a $250 gift certificate from Rydell Skates, I believe. Anybody here watching roller derby for the first time? Any first timers? No, these are seasoned veterans. We like that.
They know more than us at this point.
Probably. We've got some junior roller derby skaters anxious to get started on the track, waiting for the officials. Who's here cheering for the Windy City Wipeouts? Let's hear it. Right on, all the way from Lethbridge, we have a big fan base. What about for the Calgary Junior Roller Derby?
Let's go.
On the track right now we have for the Windy City Wipeouts, we have Jamming Jackrabbit and Powerline for the Calgary Junior Roller Derby team.
We're going to see Powerline take lead.
Your Calgary Junior Roller Derby team is in white today. Windy City Wipeouts in black.
Small pileup in the front.
Powerline with lead Jam making their way through for a scoring pass. Looking to the bench and getting the signal to call that off.
And we're going to see 3 points for Powerline and 0 for the Windy City Jammer.
Off to a great start. Some good strategic play. These guys know what they're doing. They may be whippersnappers, but they've got all of the savvy that they need to make this a really exciting game. We've got Sour Patch on the track for Windy City and Purple Venom jamming for Calgary. Purple Venom out quickly, followed closely behind by Sour Patch. It's a fast-moving pack, setting up for those jammers coming in. And Purple Venom calling it off before Sour Patch can make their way into the pack, picking up 1 point.
We have Purple Venom taking the jam line for the Calgary Juniors and Lollichops for the Windy City Wipeouts.
I think Karma's played about 22 games this weekend. So it just shows the power of youth.
Excuse me, that's Karma. We have
Karma picking up a penalty on that initial pass, headed to the penalty box, allowing Lollichops to pick up lead jam and have a 30-second advantage. Windy City Wipeouts going into full offensive mode, trying to get their jammer through untouched. Did not happen, but a penalty was picked up by the Calgary Juniors blocker. Windy City Wipeout jammer able to get through the pack, scoring 4 points. Lollichops making it through the pack again on the inside. A little bit of chaos. Bouncing up off of the floor. Finishing their way through the pack. Exiting the front of the pack with a spin. Picking up 4 points. And being asked to keep jamming. Jammers look over to their bench for instructions while they're playing.
Karma through the pack.
Windy City choosing to end that jam with a points advantage. Karma was on their initial.
Looks like we've got Powerline jamming for the Calgary Juniors and Kraken for Windy City Wipeouts.
Powerline hitting hard at the front of the pack, knocking a blocker down, but then getting recycled herself. Kraken out with lead jammer status. Powerline hit to the inside again. Having to do the full recycle to the back of the pack, while Kraken manages to get on the outside for 4 points. Powerline still working hard at the back of the pack to try and get through this solid 4 blockers of the Windy City Wipeouts. And a pack penalty being picked up by 616 of the Windy City Wipeouts. Soul headed to the box to sit at 30 seconds, leaving the Windy City Wipeouts at a blocker disadvantage. And again, Powerline knocked to the outside. Hitting that tough 2 wall at the back. They're able to keep her contained.
Kraken collecting another 3 points. We had a no pass, no point.
Shred her really making it difficult for Powerline. Using their ability to knock out on the outside, they have seen the jam come to an end with a 19-0 point spread. Windy City Wipeouts sitting at 31 points. Calgary Junior Roller Derby at 4.
We're going to see Purple Venom take on Jack Rabbit.
Very stretched out pack there. Penalty being issued to the Windy City Wipeouts. Blocker in the box for each team. And Jack Rabbit being issued a back block penalty. A quick skate to the box to limit their time off the track. With the Calgary Junior Roller Derby's Purple Venom with a power jam. Windy City Wipeouts trying to stretch out that pack, get farther away from the jammer. And they get through untouched for another 4 points. Purple Venom knocked to the outside, but a very quick turnaround, making another pass after a great recycle by Windy City. Jack Rabbit now out and through the pack. Purple Venom, tiny but mighty, makes another scoring pass.
Unscathed, Jack Rabbit makes it through the pack for another 4 points.
It's pretty early in the game to have a long jam like this. Both jammers going to be tired after this one.
So we've already seen Jack Rabbit make up that time that they lost in the penalty box. We're going to see 16 points for the Calgary Juniors and 15 for Windy City Wipeouts on that jam.
Two minutes is a really long time when you're playing roller derby. It's a short time for other things, but a really long time for roller derby.
We're going to see Karma, number 9, up on the jam line for the juniors. And Sour Patch for your Windy City Wipeouts is getting lead jam.
Fantastic sneak up the inside there. And Karma taking a hit but staying in. Playing some really physical roller derby here, and Sour Patch sneaking through the pack unnoticed. There's only one blocker on the track now for the Calgary Junior Roller Derby team. Soon to be joined by their mates from the penalty box, for the genuine penalty box.
Karma trying to join in on that defensive action. And Jam's getting called off. 4 points on that pass for the Calgary Juniors.
Shredder making life really tough for those Calgary Junior Roller Derby jammers. Some fantastic hit-outs and run-backs. Every time a jammer gets hit out and run back, it's just more real estate that they have to make up on the track.
We're going to see Wheel Crusher take on Lollichops.
Lollichops getting out first. Wheel Crusher making their way at the back and sneaking past that Windy City tripod. Caught at the front by a single blocker with a great reform and a forced cut. The Calgary Junior Roller Derby jammer Wheel Crusher going to the box for a cut track penalty.
Nice coordinated efforts from the Windy City, getting their jammer out for 3 points on that pass.
And we have another cut track penalty for Lollichops. We're going to have another 2-minute jam here. Soon as Lollipop sits down, Wheel Crusher can be released from the box. Wheel Crusher will only sit for as long as Lollichops did, which may have been the full 30 seconds by the looks of it.
A bit of a tumble there. We're going to see some penalties assessed. And we see a helmet cover pass to the pivot for the Calgary Juniors. It's just going to take a second and pick that back up.
The helmet cover must be on the helmet for them to score points. So sometime between exiting the pack and entering the pack again, they need to get that star on their head. Windy City Wipeouts picking up 4 points there. We're now at a score of 68-24 for the Windy City Wipeouts of Lethbridge. Some really strong junior roller derby teams in this province. I'm a bit afraid they're going to play us someday.
We're going to see Karma again jamming for the Calgary Juniors, and we have Kraken jamming for Windy City.
Karma coming up against Shred Her again. Coming in quickly and passing Shred Her before they have a chance to. But Shredder being knocked out of bounds so that Karma can try and get through the pack without meeting them again. Shred Her going out of bounds on that attempt to knock Karma out, allowing Karma to continue with the jam. And Kraken decided to call it off before Karma could come in and score any points. And the officials taking a moment to have a little conference here. Sometimes they'll need to just assess something that has happened. Their job is to keep us all safe. We really appreciate our officials here. We've got 7 skating officials, 8 for each game. I don't know how many are involved here in the tournament, but I'm going to say a plethora. And we've got a boatload of non-skating officials. Those are really big expletives, right? Boatload and plethora. All of those officials helping to keep us safe, making sure the rules are followed, no dangerous actions are taken. We really appreciate their impeccability officiating our sport. Let's hear it for the officials. Let's hear it for Team Zebra.
Did you know the collective noun for zebras is a dazzle?
I want to be part of a dazzle. Jackrabbit on the line for Windy City and Powerline for Calgary. Both getting through the pack, but not quite. Powerline's had one more jammer to pass and has to pass them again, but does so with ease. Jackrabbit being assessed a forearm penalty and having to make their way to the box. Powerline now out there on their own, able to score points unanswered. 4 full points there for Powerline. on a power jam. The Calgary roller derby skaters do not have to worry about doing defense. They can focus on offense, helping their jammer to get through the pack, creating an opening on the middle. On the inside, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. Jackrabbit heading to the box again for a back block. I'm here to tell you this floor is really slippery, so when you see skaters down on the floor, partly due to the slipperiness of this floor. And I want to thank our medics here, making sure that we all stay safe. We have a couple of medics on each track. There's always somebody looking out for us, making sure that none of these collisions or falls result in any sort of an injury, and if they do, they are there to help us out.
All right, we are back in action, and we already have jammer number 11 heading to the box for a penalty, which will release the jammer Jackrabbit for the Windy City Wipeouts.
Double whistle signaling lead jam for the Windy City Wipeouts. Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit on a scoring pass. Scoring a point for passing the hips of every blocker that they managed to get by during pass. That one was for 4 full points.
And we have Purple Venom out of the pack in scoring position.
Jackrabbit calling it off. Finish the jam with an 8-point lead. 84-32 for the Windy City Wipeouts. Any moms watching their kids today? Yeah. It's supposed to be your day, right? Just a quick stop and play here while the officials work out some details, some wrinkles.
The Zebra Dazzle is going to have another meeting here. The Dazzle of Zebras.
I think nothing is more appropriate than the fact that we're dealing with roller derby, where we like to be flamboyant about things, and that the collective noun for zebras is a dazzle.
It's very appropriate.
It's very appropriate. There should be a collective noun for skaters. I think it should be an awesome, like an awesome of skaters.
I support this.
Of course you do. Don't forget to check out that in the other track area, there are some vendors still selling their wares, some fundraising going on supporting junior roller derby skaters making their way to other events, including Junior Roller Derby World Cup in Australia. Go and give them all your money so that they can go and take part in this amazing sport, giving them opportunities to see the world, be leaders in their communities, see exactly what sort of excellence they can achieve. It's pretty awesome.
And remember, you can buy a raffle ticket to throw a pie at a junior.
Well, that's a bid. You bid on that. You actually bid to win that.
Yes, and you bid until 5 p.m.
And Karma out with a quick. Unfortunately, a really powerful hit there, but they managed to connect with the body part above the neck.
Which leaves Jack Rabbit an opportunity to get lead, and she makes it. Jack Rabbit in scoring position.
Jack Rabbit able to come through, and at the last second, knocked out. Close the overlay tab. I know, I don't know what I'm doing. Which one, roster? No. That was penalties. Yep, no problem. And we're back at it now. We've got Sour Patch jamming for the Windy City Wipeouts. Karma on the Trail Appliances jam line. Jamming for Calgary Roller Derby. In fact, Karma is actually starting the jam in the genuine penalty box. Sour Patch hoping to take advantage of that power jam for under 10 seconds. I left some celery just sitting here.
Who do we have? Sour Punch for Windy City Rollers. Fighting to get that lead. And she wins. And we have Karma out of the pack for the Calgary Juniors into scoring position.
Karma now coming through for a scoring pass, but recycled back by Shredher. Some pack penalties being called. Some people heading to the box. We'll have a relatively full penalty box for the start of the next jam. Only 2 blockers will be fielded for the Windy City Wipeouts at the start of this jam. Pivot for the Calgary Juniors in the box.
We'll see pack advantage for the Calgary Juniors for the start of this jam. We have Lollichops taking on Green Venom.
All right,
Venom,
Green
hard
Venom
fought.
pushing through to the front of the pack, scoring or earning lead jammer status. Green Venom taking advantage of the blocker shortage on the track for Windy City Wipeouts.
We're going to see a star pass to number 14 for Windy City Wipeouts.
Green Venom making a smart call off, holding the Windy City Wipeouts to 0 in that jam for a score differential of 0-8 for Calgary Junior Roller Derby. We still got a lot of time left in this game, don't we, Pyro?
So much. So much time. We could even see a lead change.
I'm looking forward to a lead change. Kraken jamming for Windy City Wipeouts. And our jammer for Calgary, Purple Venom.
Kraken electing to... I don't know what they're doing. Giving up lead to get themselves into scoring position.
Still no lead jammer in this jam.
And we have Purple Venom finally out of the pack into scoring position. This will be a full jam with no lead jammer.
Lots of long jams in this game. I guess these whippersnappers like to play for the longest jams ever.
They just want more track time.
Who doesn't want more track time? Me, I don't. And Shredher running that jammer back again. Shredher being an absolute menace out there for the jammers of Calgary Roller Derby.
Kraken completing their scoring pass for 4 more points for Windy City Wipeouts.
There's a few ways to get past those blockers. You can get around them, or you can plow through them. We're seeing a little bit of both this game. And a track cut on Kraken, headed to the box, meaning that we will have a full 30-second jammer advantage for Calgary Junior Roller Derby. be interested to see the penalties, actually. We'll put them up at halftime. We also have a Calgary blocker in the box. Power line on the track for Calgary, choosing the power line method of getting through the blockers. Some excellent offense from Karma, having just been released from the box, coming in to do some heavy hitting offense. Power line coming through to score some points. Kraken just on their initial pass.
And now Powerline decided that they wanted to take a little sit down for a minute. 30 seconds. Or less. 30 seconds or less. Which is going to give Kraken an opportunity to score some points.
I believe Kraken may still be on their initial pass, trying to get through. Not in a point-scoring position yet. But I sometimes forget what's happened. So don't quote me on that. It's been a long weekend.
And we're going to do another little switcheroo. Kraken is going to take a seat in the penalty box, and Powerline is scoring.
Another jammer swap, another 2-minute jam. Both of these teams skating in the last of their games for this weekend, so they aren't as fresh as they were at the beginning of the weekend. These are hard-hitting games. Both physically and mentally exhausting to play roller derby. Jam coming to its natural conclusion at the end of 2 minutes.
We're going to see Kraken starting from the box for the Windy City Wipeouts.
Kraken quickly released. Both jammers on the track now and able to vie for lead jammer status. Kraken being run back, giving Green Venom lead jammer. And a quick helmet cover pass, putting Sour Patch in the position of jammer now. And a quick call off, keeping the Windy City Wipeouts 2-0. The score of 3-0 for that jam. And an overall score of 107-55 for the Windy City Wipeouts. Both these teams again playing in their last game of the weekend. Don't forget to stick around at the end of the game for the awarding of the MVP and MVJ of the tournament for both these teams. Karma going to the box again for a forearm on that hit at the front of the pack.
Again, we have our jam line sponsored by Trail Appliances. Penalty box is by Genuine. And our scoreboard announcements by Youth Singers Calgary, Men's Roller Derby Association Championship in Salem, Oregon.
And we're back. Jackrabbit jamming for Windy City Wipeouts. Already earned lead jammer status. With Purple Venom almost out the front of the pack, getting caught by a last-minute hit. Able to exit the pack swiftly, fixing their gear to make sure they're safely protected when they come around for the next pass.
And we're going to see a call off from Jackrabbit before Purple Venom can get any points.
4-0 jam there. Oh, look at the score.
Wow, 1-1-1 versus 5-5.
Somebody bought a lottery ticket. That looks like a lucky score. I don't know why.
A raffle.
Oh, darn, not anymore. 115 to 55.
That's okay, we'll take it.
And we're off. Sour Patch jamming for Windy City. And Green Venom for Calgary Roller Derby. Sour Patch out front.
Sour Patch earning lead.
And Green Venom sneaking through the front of the pack in hot pursuit. And Sour Patch with some fantastic footwork on the outside there. Toes stopping their way through the tulips. A quick call off, but not quick enough because Calgary was able to score 3 on that one.
We got pivots in the box for both Windy City Wipeouts and the Calgary Juniors. We're going to see Lollichops jamming for Windy City and Grease Lightning for Calgary.
I believe that's the first time we've seen Grease Lightning on the Trail Appliances jam line. And they're out for lead jammer. And we're at the halftime here. Don't forget that you can visit the other track where you can find some fantastic vendors, some fundraising opportunities. Right here, just in the corner, I actually see that there's some fleurs for sale. also raising funds. Get yourself a raffle ticket for $2. You can get a raffle ticket and enter for the chance to win prizes from the Carriage House, a dine and stay package, which includes a one-night stay in a premium room with a full hot breakfast buffet for up to 2 people and a $50 credit for any of their food vendors. Value of this prize is $350. There's also a general admission 4-pack for Callaway Park, a Fit Set Ninja 5 open gym sessions.
Get your parkour on.
You can parkour. I think parkour is a great cross training for roller derby, because roller derby is basically parkour on skates.
That's exactly right.
We're just bouncing off each other instead of off of buildings and stuff. There's also a gift certificate for a notable restaurant, the Hangar Museum, a full family membership for a year. And don't forget to vote for your favorite skater this weekend for the MVP prize for the tournament. And they will win a $250 gift certificate from Rydell Skates. There's QR codes all over the building. You can even come over here. We can hook you up. Fill out a Google form and vote for your MVP. You can be perfectly 100% biased when you vote for this award. So if you have a skater skating in the tournament, if you're a fan of someone, make sure you put in a vote for them. This is a quick halftime. 8 minutes left. We'll meet you back here after a break.
Okay, we have Purple Venom as your lead jammer, and Jackrabbit fighting to get through for the Windy City Wipeouts. And Purple Venom is going to get 4 points and call it off to Jackrabbit's 3 points.
At this point, the Windy City Wipeouts have almost double the points of the Calgary Juniors. But it's still anybody's game. With 30 minutes left, the tides can change pretty quickly.
And we are going to see Kraken out as lead jammer for your Windy City Wipeouts.
Green Venom pushing through on the outside.
Into scoring position.
And Kraken knocked out on the outside, recycled back, having to start their pass again.
Green Venom out for 4 points.
And Kraken just managing to make it out through on the outside, but Green Venom quickly behind, stealing another 4 points. Pretty sure they have them all.
Kraken making it through the pack for their 4 points, and they're going to call that jam off.
We'll see how many points Green Venom did manage to score on that pass.
We're going to see 4 points on that pass for the Calgary Juniors.
And a penalty being assessed at the end of the jam there. A cut track penalty on jammer Green Venom. by the looks of it. We'll confirm once they're seated in the box. I don't like to speculate, but I kind of do like to speculate. There's a lot of cues that I may be right, so we'll just see.
Do you need your spectacles on to speculate?
I need speculating spectacles. It actually makes everything blurry, so I'm not sure how that helps.
Ditch the specs, babe.
I'll just go with the lowered spectacle look. Bit of a discussion happening with the officials, making sure that the right decisions are made. Really appreciate their impeccability. Doing a great team job there. Lots of stuff happening, and all of those eyes on the game mean that they are able to rely on each other.
You know, you may look like a librarian, but this is not a library. Can we hear it for the Calgary Juniors?
Yeah, let's make some noise. We don't have to be quiet here. Calgary
Some noise for the
Juniors, let's hear it.
Calgary
This is your
Juniors.
home team. Thank you.
How about for your Windy City Wipeouts? Who's here for Windy City?
Both jammers on the track, so after discussion, it was decided that there was no penalty to be issued. Lollichops and Powerline on the Trail Appliances jam line for the start. Lollichops being knocked out to the inside, quickly coming back. And Powerline powering their way through. And Calgary Junior number 44 creating some excellent offense for Powerline to get through that last black blocker. Powerline has lead jammer status now, hoping to score some points.
Lollichops taking it back to the pack.
Karma doing a great run back as well. Some great defensive blocking happening by Calgary Roller Derby. Powerline being able to get up and keep skating there because a penalty was assessed on that play. 2 blockers from Windy City in the box right now. If Powerline makes it quick, they may be able to only have to pass 2 blockers to get all 4 points. And the jam is called on their knees.
We're going to see 4 points for Lollichops and 3 for Powerline on that last scoring pass.
That puts Calgary at a points advantage in
And
that.
we're seeing Lollichops taking a seat in the genuine penalty box.
Is it Lollichops? Who's there?
Windy City going to call a little bit of a timeout.
I think that block was that call was a high block. I'm not sure.
Yes, a high block was called.
Just taking another little break there in the penalty box. They have one of their blockers to keep them company.
Maybe they're talking about dinner.
They might be. Are you hungry?
I think I'm always hungry.
There seems to be a lot of discussion about food at this.
I just had a hot dog and some candy.
Was it enough?
I mean, there can always be more.
We just played. We ourselves played 3 games this weekend, so we're trying to fuel our own bodies. Really exciting though to watch this junior roller derby, but also frightening. Like some of them are already playing with the adult teams in their leagues, and we're going to be put out to pasture soon as these junior roller derby skaters start to age up.
Nah, we'll be more like the Jedi Masters. Training the young Padawans.
Or just continue to be geriatric athletes.
I'm down.
After a weekend like this, you feel geriatric even if you're 28. And I'm well beyond 28, I'll tell you that. All right, looks like we're having an official review here. The skaters getting a nice long break. Make sure to hydrate over there on the bench. You wouldn't want to get a toe cramp. That happens. Pyro's giggling at me, but it happens. If you don't drink enough water on a weekend like this, you don't get your electrolytes. All parts of your body start cramping up. Want to thank Stream System for sponsoring our video stream. You'll be able to watch all this hard-hitting action later and hear us again making really awful mom jokes. But that's our right on Mother's Day. I'm the mother of 2 feisty children, and Pyro the mother of 1 feisty cat.
She's very feisty.
She's feisty, all right.
She can do more push-ups than me.
Dinah the athlete cat.
Dynamite-y.
Don't forget to stick around after this game. We'll be awarding both of these teams with their MVB and MVJ awards, chosen by the skaters of the opposing teams that they played this weekend. Rather than having 1 MVB and 1 MVJ per game, it was a cumulative agreement from all the other teams they played. We'll figure out who those outstanding athletes are at the end of this game. Also, plenty of roller derby action still left today. Let's have a look at what that looks like. On this track,
we're going to see Saskatoon versus Medicine Hat.
And on the other track, we're going to see the All-Stars versus Fight Club. Fight Club's actually an interesting team because they are
Wait, I don't think, are we allowed to talk about them?
Oh, we're not allowed to talk about them.
I don't know if we can talk about Fight Club.
I might talk about them anyway because rules. But Fight Club is made up of a bunch of aged-up junior roller derby skaters. Pretty much probably the most frightening team. I wouldn't want to come up against them.
Here we go. Oh, and we're going to see lead jammer for Purple Venom of your Calgary Juniors.
This is an outstanding apex jump and some excellent offense from the Calgary Junior Roller Derby team, knocking players out so they could not recycle them. Purple Venom fighting their way through that and not letting anybody stop them.
We have lollipops released from the box.
All 3 Windy City blockers able to reform at the front of the pack and capture Purple Venom again.
And a very smart call-off from Calgary.
Purple Venom able to call it off and score points. They did, even though they ended at the back of the pack there, they did make their hips past a bunch of skaters. 3, in fact. 3 points on that jam for Calgary Roller Derby.
We're going to see Karma take the start for Calgary versus Jack Rabbit of the Windy City Wipeouts. And Karma getting lead almost immediately. Some careful steps taken by both jammers here. Trying to keep it clean. We're going to see Karma out first on their scoring pass for 4. And we do have a jammer pass, a star pass to the pivot for the Windy City Wipeouts. We're going to see Cheshi donning the star now. And another smart call-off from the Calgary Juniors. 8 points for Karma on that jam, 0 for Windy City.
And Karma likes to jump. Karma did a little jump even heading to the bench there. They've got springs for legs, these kids. These whippersnappers.
Whippersnappers. As long as they stay off my lawn, I'm okay with it.
Got Sour Patch on the line for Windy City Wipeout. Power line again for Calgary. Power line pushing through.
We're going to have power line called as lead jam, playing it safe.
Unfortunately, power line going to the back of the pack. And because the play was, or the penalty was issued, they could have kept skating. But exercising caution so that you don't end up in the penalty box is also a good choice.
A very wise decision indeed.
Often we look to our referees to see what's going on, but we have to kind of look deeply into their eyes because they can't always tell us. We have to speculate, if you will.
Sometimes all you'll get back is just a smile.
Or dead eyes. Sometimes dead eyes. All right. Lollichops banging their way through the front of the pack there. Really physical pass there.
Purple Venom
Purple
working
Venom.
hard to get through those last two Windy City blockers.
Purple Venom's sneaky, though. They are patient and sneaky, waiting for an opportunity, and they will.
There
And
we
they
have
did.
it.
Just two more blockers to pass at the front of the pack for Purple Venom. Lollichop still having to fight with those powerful Calgary blockers. Taken down at the front of the pack, but because the pack was so stretched out.
And Lollichop's calling it off. I've had enough of this.
Yeah, do not let those other blockers re-engage if possible. Going to have an official review here.
So far we saw 4 points for Lollichops on that jam versus 0 to Calgary. You're watching another conference from the Dazzle of Zebras. What do you think they're talking about? Dinner? Tacos?
Probably tacos.
Burritos?
Pizza. Maybe they're talking about what toppings they like on their pizza.
Juicy smash burger with some onion rings.
Could be that.
Do you ever put potato chips in a sandwich?
I totally put potato chips in a sandwich. Do you ever put onion rings on a burger?
No.
I
That's
mean,
not my style.
it is definitely 110% my style. Let's ask the audience, who puts onion rings on their burgers? Anyone? Anyone? I got a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
I got a thumbs up.
A couple of nods. Yeah.
Anyone give us a cheer if you put potato chips on your sandwiches?
Potatoes. Yeah.
Okay.
Potato chips
Okay,
on
wait.
sandwich.
I need another cheer. Onion rings on your burgers. I think it's a tie.
No, I think potato chips wins.
Potato chips might have won. That's okay. What about poultry on pizza?
Oh.
Really? Chicken on a
Ooh.
pizza?
How about pineapple, though? Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, we have some.
Pineapple on pizza is better than chicken on pizza.
We have a debate going on in the middle of the track and a debate going on in the audience. We've started a debate club, or if you will, perhaps a fight club.
Oh. But we don't talk about that, though.
But we don't talk about it.
Maybe the refs, the zebras, the Dazzle of Zebras was talking about adding some glitter to their referee suits.
We'll see if we're able to discern what happened here. It looks as though, if you don't see any penalty box action, it usually looks as though the official review was unsuccessful. So we will speculate about that once again.
Because I don't think it was an official review. I think they were just talking about dinner.
Dinner. It was definitely a dinner conversation. Kraken on the line for Windy City Wipeouts. Karma. It's a KK showdown.
Kraken versus Karma. And Kraken is out first for lead jam.
Karma sort of snow plowing their way through the front there. Successfully moving all of those black blockers to the side. Kraken coming in for a scoring pass. Hit to the outside. That skater went down and out, but they were also hit by another skater. Forcing a call off, but I believe Karma may have scored. It was an even jam. 1-1 jam. Sorry, Pyro. Were you saying something?
That's okay. No. It's all just food up here.
It's 138 to 89 here for the Windy City Wipeouts. Calgary still having 20 minutes to close the gap there, and it really still is a closable gap. A few 24-point jams, and we'd be right back in it.
We're watching Powerline for Calgary versus Jack Rabbit, earning lead jam status for Windy City Wipeouts.
Powerline trying to make their way through a scrum of 8 blockers, some of theirs, some of the other teams. And a helmet cover pass successfully made at the front of the pack.
We've got Chevy Impaler now jamming for the Calgary Juniors.
And Punch Buggy headed to the box. Jackrabbit was looking to the bench for some instruction there. Decided to make another pass. Chevy Impaler successfully through the pack for 4 points. Another 4 for Jackrabbit. One blocker standing in the box, the other one sitting. It's a little bit of a dance in the penalty box there.
Chevy through for another 4 points for Calgary. Followed by Jackrabbits, equal 4 points.
Windy City choosing to end that jam at a points advantage, would appear. 12 points to 8, bringing our score total 150 to 97 for Lethbridge.
Purple Venom taking the jam line for Calgary versus Sour Patch for Windy City.
Yeah, Trail Pines. Oh, the pivot line? I don't know. No, the jam line. Genuine penalty box a bit busy again with 2 Windy City blockers in there.
And we're going to see Sour Patch earn lead jam for Windy City. Purple Venom, 2 blockers to get by.
And a blocker for Calgary headed to the box as well. When one blocker comes out, another blocker goes in. Feels like they're just trying to keep the seats warm, maybe.
Smart call out from Windy City before Purple Venom could get any points.
"17 minutes left in this half. Still lots of time for some action here.
We have 1 blocker each in the Genuine penalty box. So even Steven on the track. We're going to see Lollichops versus Karma on the Trail Appliances jam line.
Both jammers being knocked out. But Lollichops able to hop back onto the track without being recycled. Karma having to start further back. Playing it safe. Circling around to the back of those black blockers. One more time. Karma still behind the jam line. Lollichops finally getting through that tripod. Choosing to call it off because Karma was right behind them. really is a strategic game that your coaches are looking at a lot of things there, hoping to keep a points differential, hoping to empty their boxes sometimes, watching the clock to make sure that they're running the time down if they're in a lead advantage. Lots of things to think about. Super strategic game. The players are thinking about all that too.
On the Trail Appliances Jam line, we've got Kraken for Windy City versus Powerline for Calgary. We're going to see Kraken take lead jam. Powerline still working on their initial. Smooth moves from Kraken. Oh, which is going to take him to the box.
Powerline now on a power jam opportunity. Can they capitalize? Shred her making it absolutely challenging to get through that pack.
Powerline is going to take a seat in the genuine penalty box.
Did you happen to see what that penalty was? Was it a cut track, that penalty? I didn't see either. A penalty nonetheless. Shred her was parting the waters there at the front, hoping to create an opportunity for their jammer.
Another 4 points for Kraken.
And another run back there. Marvelicious.
Hard fought jam from both teams. We're going to see Windy City with 12 versus 0 to Calgary.
That brings our points total to 174 for Windy City, 97 for Calgary. Jackrabbit and Purple Venom lining up on the Trail Pines jam line. And a very quick hop for the Jackrabbit.
Purple Venom not far behind.
I love it when the players live up to their names. Jackrabbit in the pack for a scoring pass. Struggling to stay in. And on the second hit was knocked out of bounds. And Jackrabbit stumbling through the pack, but managing to get up quickly and not being recycled. Purple Venom working their way through this really challenging tripod at the back of the pack. And a run back on Jackrabbit.
Soda Pop wants to take a seat in the genuine penalty box.
Purple Venom through after removing the helmet cover so they could sneak by. And Jackrabbit with a quick call off.
4 points for Jackrabbit on that pass. Are we going to see any for Calgary?
I think just the 2.
2 for Calgary.
Got another full penalty box over there. We only have 2 blockers on the track for each team. This should make for a quick start, but you never know. Yep. Quick
Sour
exit of the
Patch.
pack by Sour Patch. Shred her head into the box.
Karma whizzing by.
A jammer race and some jammer action.
Oh,
Karma
nice.
sneaking through on the inside, but shortly followed by Sour Patch. I think Karma hoping for some more engagement here. You know Karma's a good blocker. Let's see what they can do. Deciding to opt for point scoring pass.
And we're going to see Karma take a cut track and go to the Genuine penalty box for a seat.
And Karma called back to the track.
Another 4 for Sour Patch and a call off for 12 for Windy City to 7 for Calgary. Bringing us to 194 to 106. We have broken 100, folks.
This is a very exciting game.
It is a very exciting game.
I'm riveted.
Our Dazzle of Zebras wants to talk about how exciting it is. Or maybe they're talking about Fight Club.
Do you know, we have not only do our officials spend the entire weekend walking on this concrete floor, skating all over the place, but we also have a huge team of volunteers that puts this event on. We've got announcers, we've got people running different various tables, checking skaters in, managing the dressing rooms to make sure that we're not leaving behind all our stinky stuff. Just handling the nourishment of your crew. So it takes a tremendous amount of people to put this on, none of whom are getting paid to do it. So let's have a big thank you by way of cheer for all of the volunteers putting this on.
Yeah. We sure do love them.
And a quick push out of the pack there gets a lead status for Lollichops. Not a power jam here, looking for some offense, getting them through the pack. And another little assist out the front of the pack. Assists from your blockers can happen in a various number of ways. Lollichops looking to get another 4 points on this pass.
Oh,
having to work a little harder because her blockers
unseen.
are now involved in some defense. Lollichops choosing the call off there, breaking 200 points in that one.
Sorry, I was distracted thinking about if a lollipop was is it just a meatball on a stick? Would that be a lollipop?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's a
Like
porky,
a meat
like a pork,
lollipop?
like a pork,
Like a pork
pop.
meatball pop.
on a, maybe we'll have to ask
That
them
sounds
later.
really good.
Yeah, I'd eat that.
I would eat that.
Kraken and Purple Venom out there again, and Purple Venom taking a quick lead. Kraken carefully choosing to step back whilst off the track to make sure that they don't get a cut track penalty. They are now clear of the track. Purple Venom coming through for a scoring pass. Sneaking through the front of the pack. Calling it off before Kraken can come through and score points. That Purple Venom is wily and venomous. I wonder what's more toxic, Purple Venom or Green Venom?
I think maybe it's pink venom.
I wonder what the antidote is for it. Maybe Lollichops.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Another power line and Jackrabbit matchup here. Penalties being assessed.
Power line with lead jam for Calgary. We have 3 points for Powerline, calling it off to 1 point for Windy City. And we have a score of 1-1-1 for the Calgary Juniors versus 2-3 to Windy City.
And a late penalty being assessed to the Windy City Jammer. Sometimes in the midst of all that action and noise, it's difficult to make the calls.
The jam is on, folks.
Jam started with both jammers in the box, both released at the same time.
We're going to see Powerline with lead jam again for Calgary. Jackrabbit fight to get through.
Powerline coming around for a scoring pass. Some offense being delivered by the pivot.
Another smart call off from Powerline. We're going to see 3 points for Calgary versus 0 Windy City on that jam.
They'll take it.
Very nice.
Just under 6 minutes left in this game. Don't forget to stick around at the end of the game for the announcement of the MVPs for both of these teams. The most valuable blocker, most valuable jammer for each team will be awarded for the entirety of the tournament. What a great little sneak by, dipping their shoulder to the inside to get past all of those blockers. Purple Venom racing to get points before calling the jam off. We'll see if they can do it. Hips were had. There was 1 point scored on that pass. None for Windy City Wipeout.
I am literally on the edge of my seat right now. That was very exciting.
That's legit. That's not rude. No. You can see the jammers making some fancy moves, sometimes spinning around because it's their hips, getting past the hips of the other skaters that score their points. Sour Patch out for lead jam. Karma right behind.
Oh, we have 222 Octane for Windy City heading to the box, followed by their pivot, number 61.
Both of these jammers hopping around, trying to get through without getting touched. At this point, they've got to be tired. Karma making it through without a scratch.
They're still dancing.
Some gliding, really. Some gliding. Barely a bump. All right, Sour Patch now finally making it through that pack to score their 4 points. That penalty box is very busy. Doing a little disco over there, back and forth. I don't think that's what it meant to say.
We're going to see another 4 points to Sour Patch on that jam. At 12-12, even jam.
Just under 3 minutes left in this game. Still lots of time to see some great derby action. Don't forget, you can vote for any of these skaters for MVP for the tournament. There'll be one skater chosen as the MVP for the entire Flat Track 2025 tournament.
Nicely done. Green Venom is your lead for Calgary.
Green Venom scoring 4 points. Nope, 3 points.
Smart call off from Calgary Juniors. We're going to get 3 points for Calgary versus 0 for Windy City. High Terror.
It's a Venom swap here. We've got purple Venom on the track now. It's like swapping one poison for another.
Purple Venom for Calgary out against Kraken for Windy City, and Purple Venom is going to take lead.
Purple Venom deciding to wave to their friends on the way past over there.
Really smart call off.
We're getting down to the wire here. Not many more jams to be had. Could even be the last one.
But hips will be had.
Hips will be had.
Fairly confident.
Let's make some noise for this last jam. I mean, these kids have given it a lot, and we have been entertained.
Most definitely.
Lollichops and Karma up on the Trail Appliances jam line again. We've seen this matchup a few times. Calgary Juniors at a blocker advantage for this start of this jam. We'll see if they can capitalize on that. Our officials still just having a little chat. Sorting some things out. Hard to sort things out when the jam is on. Don't forget, we've got some more derby coming up on this track. Right after this game, we've got Saskatoon versus Medicine Hat in the men's or open gender category. Open gender. The purples are similar on this spreadsheet.
They're very close purples.
And on the other track, we have coming up the All-Stars against Debate Club. I don't want to call them Fight Club because we don't talk about it. We don't talk about that.
It's not even a club. It's like a gathering. It's a gathering. It's not a club. It's a debate gathering.
It's a debate gathering, yeah. All right, the jam is on. Karma does take advantage of that blocker advantage there. Jumping out of the pack first, decides they want to have a little tangle with Lollichops. Both smiling, so it can't be that bad. And that blocker released from the box. Now we've got an even 4-4 blockers.
Lollichops is through and out for 4 points.
Karma being knocked to the outside. Calling off the jam.
Earning 2 points for Calgary. We're going to find out if they're going to allow that timeout.
Just give us a minute while we figure out what we're going to do here.
Are we
Please remember to wait for the announcement of the MVB and MVJ for each of these teams. These junior roller derby skaters want to skate. I don't know. Is this something like some sort of American Idol? We're voting for this, and we decide who gets to have another jam by popular vote.
Somebody press the gold buzzer, please.
It's like whose line is it anywhere where the points don't matter.
Whose jam line is it? Well, I'll tell you. It's the Trail Appliances jam line.
Do you know what I call that? That's an audience win. The audience won that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
We're going to have one more jam here. Sour Patch jamming for Windy City. And I think we've got a Venom. Have we got a Venom? I'm not sure.
We've got Purple Venom on the jam line. Trail Appliances for Calgary Juniors.
I realize the Venoms are not interchangeable, but I just couldn't tell which one.
Sour Patch starting lead jam for Windy City, and Purple Venom.
We have a jammer race.
Behind.
I don't think I'm going to bother saying anything anymore because the audience is speaking for us.
We are all very excited. We're going to see 4 points for both jammers on that pass. Are we going to get another one? Fancy footwork from Sour Patch. We're going to get another 4 points.
I think Sour Patch must be a dancer there. They spent a lot of time on their toes. And I think it's safe to say that is the conclusion of the game, but we will wait for the official final score.
What a game. Thank you, juniors.
Please stay off the track until we've determined that this is the official final.
And remember to stick around. We're going to get our MVPs for these teams.
Everybody, just want to point out that this is Coach Meow's last game coaching this team. Let's have a hand for our coaches that are shaping these young skaters for the future. Coach Meow's last game.
Thank you, Coach Meow.
Meow.
Did you say meow?
I said meow. Still waiting for the official final at the end of the game. Just give our officials a minute to determine whether or not we are done here.
Get out there and get your fives and stick around for MVP blockers and jammers for these two teams.
Take a minute or two to get the consensus from the other teams. We'll be able to make that announcement, so please don't leave.